Good evening and welcome. Actually, more good afternoon. Welcome to the Highliner Activity Center. And we've got doubleheader girls and boys basketball coming your way tonight here from the Hack as the Valley City Highliners on senior night will be taking on the Rough Riders of Grand Forks Red River. And a pleasant good evening to you. Paul McDonald with you here high atop the Hack. The boys game first up here tonight. Now again, originally we were supposed to have C Squad and Junior Varsity at 4:15, but those games, because of pending weather, Grand Forks Red River, knowing that there could be some nasty weather coming later this evening, did not want to travel. So instead of canceling the game, they compromised, if you will, and turned no sub-varsity games. And the boys will start here 4:15, and the girls at 5:45 to try to get Red River on the road and out of here at a decent hour tonight. We'll take a look at our starting lineups coming up here in just a moment. But first, we're going to have the playing of our national anthem. Well, tonight also starts a very busy week of sports for Valley City Highliners. We've got doubleheader basketball tonight, state wrestling going on Thursday, Friday for the individual tournament. The EDC gymnastics meet will be in Valley City at the Youth Sports Complex on Friday night. And also Friday night, the final regular season home game as the Valley City Highliner boys will be hosting West Fargo Horace. And again, for these boys coming in, still looking for that first conference win of the year, 0-19, 1-17 overall coming in to play tonight. But they still have that chance of getting out of the basement. If they can pick up a couple of wins, one of their games again against Horace, a 1-point loss to the Hawks earlier this year. A game that the Highliners came back, got it close, but the Hawks won 59-58. And that'll be Friday night here at the Hack. As far as the Rough Riders of Grand Forks Red River, right now in third place in the EDC. 13-6 is that EDC record, and overall they are 11-6 on the year. These two teams met earlier this year up in Grand Forks. Again, that was won by the Rough Riders, 83-54. Of course, senior night, so seniors will be starting for Valley City. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Rough Riders. They'll go like this, starting at a guard, a 6'2 sophomore, Pierce Parks. Zachary Kraft, he is a 6'2 senior at the other guard. Reese Rokamp, he's a wing, 6'4 senior. Logan Arneson, a 6'4 senior, starting at forward. And in the post is Carter Byron. He is a 6'7 senior. Kirby Krepting, the head coach of the Rough Riders. Again, 13-6 in the EDC and 11-6 overall. Now the starting lineup for the Valley City Highliners. They'll have Robert Fisher, the senior, at a guard, standing 6'1". Also at another guard, a 6'1 senior, Reese Krewald. Handling the point, the 6'1 senior, Aiden Jacobson. And starting at a wing, a 6'3 senior, Will Eggert. And starting in the post, the 6'4 senior, Gallahan Birchall, the starting lineup for the Valley City Highlanders. Actually, check that. I think Ari Brotrud is going to be starting in the post for Valley City. It he is. Senior Ari Brotrud will be starting in the post here. And Ari is a senior, 6'5". And, of course, being the last one introduced, there's nobody on the bench to slap fives with, so he went down the bench and slapped them to nobody. A great personality is Ari Brotrud, playing their senior night, and this will be the last game for the Highliner boys here at the Hack for these seniors. Other seniors, of course, Callahan Burchell is the other senior that is not in the starting lineup tonight. The Riders in the road blacks, the Highliners in their home whites. Ty Terry and Brandon Bradford, the coaches for the Highliners. Oh, it would be great on senior night to pick up that first dummy of the season in the EDC. Byron and Bradford jump center. Tip comes down, taken by the Riders, and Rokamp will start it on offense. Byron gets it back out to Rokamp, and again working from my right to left. Top of the key to Kraft. Kraft left-hand dribble once here to the near wing. It gets it off to Ironson. Ironson gets it back up top. Byron down low. Rokamp around Krewald. Passed in the lane. Ball knocked away. Loose ball. Top of the key. Kraft for three. Good. Zachary Kraft gets on the board first, and the Riders take a 3-0 lead. About 25 seconds gone first half. Jacobson into the front court. Handles the point as he has pretty much all year long for Valley City. Here's Fisher on the elbow. Try to get off to Eggert. Misfires. Now Krewald picks up the loose ball on the far wing. Reese gets it back to Will. Will stop just inside the free throw line. 15-footer. Air ball goes out of bounds. And it will go back over to the Rough Riders. Valley City, again, looking for that first conference win of the year. The lone win, that victory against Lisbon here earlier this year on that Saturday when the boys and girls picked up doubleheader wins. Here's Kraft across the logo. Pass far corner. Parks. Parks, three-pointer from there. Good. Nothing but net for Pierce Parks. 2 shots, 2 threes, 6-0 lead for the Riders. Here's Jacobson, top of the key. Gets it off far side, Fisher. Inside the free throw line, Eggert. Back to Fisher. Three-pointer from there, back iron too hard. Brotrud tipped the rebound, goes out of bounds. And it will go over to Red River. And, of course, tonight we're going to be, since it is senior night, we're going to be joined by a couple of the seniors on the girls' team. And they're making their way here to our broadcast area, so we will have a chat with them as we watch this first half of the boys' game. There's a dribble drive by Reese Rokamp for 2. And the Riders, 3 shots and 3 field goals and take an 8-0 lead. 90 seconds in here, the first half. Here's Brotrud up top, far wing to Krewald. Reese, the man-to-man defense by the Riders. Top of the key, Eggert. Eggert picks up the run dribble. That's off to Fisher. Fisher in the left wing, past the arc. They're looking down low for Brotrud. Not there right now. Jacobson, pass far corner. Fisher, quick release, three-pointer, air. And it gets wedged between the rim and the backboard. Jump ball, possession error over to the Highliners. 16:08 here in the first half, 8-0. Advantage to the Rough Riders of Grand Forks Red River. And we are getting joined here by a couple of the young ladies from the Highliner girls basketball team playing in their hopefully not last home game. There's a steal by Jacobson inside, back iron, bounces around and bounces off. Can't get it to roll in, and the rebound, Aronson brings it down for the Riders into the front court. Pass underneath, Kraft all alone for the easy 2. Well, early on, 4 for 4 for the Rough Riders and a 10-0 lead here in the first half. There's Fisher up top, and we're going to have a foul called. Well, again, as I mentioned, senior night here for the Highliners, and the girls will be playing the 5:45 game. We're joined by a couple of the 4 seniors on this year's roster, Brooke Egermont and Sam Hatcher. Ladies, how you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
No, glad you could. Sam, how you doing?
Doing
Yeah,
good.
make
Same
sure you're
thing.
over there.
Yep.
I can see over there. And I guess first question, of course, is, and I already asked you guys, just your thoughts. Let's hope this isn't the last home game, because with 3 games left, with Horace and Shanley after tonight, we get 2 out of these last 3. You can host a playing game, and memory serves, guys, in your careers, you haven't hosted a playing game, have you?
We actually did. I think it was
Freshman
our
year?
freshman year. I know it's against
Yes.
Fargo South at home, which
So
we
you-
won that one and got to proceed, and that was, I think, the year we went to the Shack.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. Pretty fun.
So it'd be nice to get one more, your first year of varsity and your last year of
Yes.
varsity. But just your thoughts? Brooke, I'll start with you. Just your thoughts here playing on senior night tonight.
Yes, well, definitely a lot of emotions going through, considering that I've been playing basketball ever since a 3rd grader. So just mainly stay composed and then just do the little fundamentals, do what I know what to do, and just go play my game, and whatever the end result it is, like kind of is what it is, just go play hard.
And have fun?
Yes.
Sam, how about you?
I'm absolutely going to have a lot of emotions. It's weird that this might be the last game in the hack, but overall I'm going to have a blast playing on the court with all of my teammates, and I'm just going to go for the win, I guess.
And kind of interesting for you, your younger brother's going to play his first game at the hack tonight, and you're playing your last.
Yep. It's weird. It's the generation's starting over, I guess.
Well, let's hope I can stick around long enough. I can do some of his games when he gets into high school. Because I remember I got here. You guys were 7th graders when I got here, so you weren't even playing varsity. You were doing over in the North Gym playing junior high basketball. And now you got the Rough Riders, and you got probably one of the better teams, if not in the East, definitely in the state that you're playing here tonight.
Oh yeah.
Again, what's your thought process as you get to playing a team like this? Brooke, I'll start with you. What do you know about the Riders?
The Riders, they have a lot of ball pressure, so the main thing is going to be breaking the press, staying composed, and just not leaving the guards alone. It's going to be everyone's job to be able to break the press tonight. Even us posts, Howard was talking last night at practice, like us posts are going to have to come up and help everyone out. So.
And Sam, you're probably going to be handling the ball quite a bit during that press that you're going to see. But you saw it once already this year. Probably the toughest press you'll face this year.
Definitely, just because of how fast they are and how many guards they have and their pressure at the beginning of the court. It's hard. It's some hard stuff.
Question for both of you again, and I'll start with this time with you, Samantha. I don't know, Samantha, Sam. I call you Sam. I don't think you care.
Either one is
Just
good.
don't call you late for dinner. That's all you. But Sam, looking back on your career as a Highliner, just some of your fondest memories. If one sticks out, if there's several, just a fond memory for you as playing varsity basketball here for Valley City.
I would say my freshman year going to the Shack. That was a really fun experience, and I got to play with girls that I never thought I'd actually play with. So being a part of that environment was really fun.
How about you, Brooke?
I would also have to agree. I mean, it was a cool experience getting to play with both my cousins, Taryn and Jaden, and playing at the Shack, and then achieving my 1,000th point this year with all my teammates by my side supporting me. I thought that was a cool thing because I never thought I'd once get there before. So.
And I know with I know this isn't going to affect you guys, but with the whole new 3-class system, there's a possibility that the Valley City in that middle class, they won't be playing at the Shack anymore. So this could be the last year that the Highlanders get a chance to play there. So that would be kind of cool too.
Yeah.
And let's just say you don't get that home game. You maybe get that number 9 seed or something, but still, you're going to get another game after tonight. Does that play in the back of your mind that you're not completely done as a Highliner after tonight?
Yes, that helps a lot with the emotional part of it, but I think it's still going to hit home that this is potentially one of our last times playing at the Hack.
And memory serves, I know, Sam, you don't you take the spring off, so no athletics in the spring, and Brooke, I think you're the same.
Yep.
So your last athletic event, too, after 100 years of playing for the Highlanders, too, is that something that you think about as well?
Absolutely. Not being in a sport is going to be so weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to work out.
At least at the high school level, you might do something post. There's always club ball or intramurals if you are going that route. But I guess last question for you guys. You still got to get mentally ready here for the game tonight. What's going to be a key? Brooke, we'll start with you. I know you talked about the press, but what do you think is going to be key tonight here against the Rough Riders?
When we get those open shot opportunities is to convert on them. We can't be able to break the press and get an easy bucket and not convert. I think that'll be a really huge change of pace in the game. So just, especially like remaining composed the whole time. Even if things aren't going in our favor, like scoreboard shows it's not like a good night, we still got to keep going because we still have important games to play the rest of the season.
Sam, how about you? As a guard that's going to be handling the ball, what's going to be a key for you tonight?
When we do obviously get those open shots, we need to make them. And then just at the beginning, stay composed and handle the press well. And then when just at the beginning of the game always makes everything like the rest of the game. So
I just thought of another question. Are butterflies more frequent in your stomach tonight, being senior night, than they would be at any other time of the year?
For sure.
Yes, I'd say so. But, I mean, I always get told it's good to have some butterflies. That means you actually care, so. I mean, that's my kind of thought.
That's a good way of putting it. And ladies, again, been a pleasure watching you play over the last 5 years. And let's see, we want a couple more games. Let's get about 3-4 more games here, at least one more here at the Hack before you wrap things up. But again, thanks for everything. Congratulations and good luck tonight.
Perfect. Thank you.
That's Brooke Egermont and Sam Hatcher, a couple of the seniors for the Highliner girls, playing their last game here at the Hack, as some of the boys are as well. 20-4 is your score here. As the boys trailing here by 16. Here's a drive ball knocked away from Carver Peterson, and Carver steals it right back. Carver pass far side to Sikora. He was trying to go down low to Larson. Ball was knocked away. Down court, here comes Kraft. Layup good. Zachary Kraft with the easy 2. And back to an 18-point lead. I'm going to see if Carly Govan and Faith Peterson will come up and join us, because, of course, they got to get ready for a game at halftime here. There's a foul called against Kraft of Red River. That'll be the second team foul on the Riders. They're giving that to, they're going to give that one to Pierce. That'll be his first. We got a timeout on the floor. 22-4 is your score. Advantage to the Rough Riders of Grand Forks Red River. 11:29 to go here in half number 1. Senior night here from the Hack. We'll be back with more Highliner basketball on the Highliner Activity Network. Bob McDonald back with you here at the Hack as we come out of the timeout. Valley City trailing the Rough Riders of Grand Forks Red River. Highliners with the basketball. Here's Larson. Top of the key, Eggert. Will hands it back out to Carson. Carson left-hand dribble, far side. Dribble drive, Peterson, baseline, shot blocked, knocked away by Byron, picked up by Parks. Parks in the backcourt now will bring it up the floor for the Rough Riders. Comes across the logo, left-hand dribble, stops at the elbow, picks up the dribble, goes backdoor for Byron, ball knocked away. Byron got it back, lays it up and in for 2. Carter Byron with the bucket inside. And the lead at 20, 24-4 for the Rough Riders. Eggert up top for Valley City. 10:45 remaining here in the first half. Off the elbow, Larson. Ooh, tried to pass. He was looking for the cutter and threw it back behind Eggert. And the turnover will give the ball back over to the Riders. Checking in the lineup, Hudson Flom will come in along with Cam Klefstead. And Zach Olkey joining the Riders. 10:38, we're in the opening half, 24-4. It was a 12-0 start for the Rough Riders. And now this 20-point lead, their largest of the game. Top of the key, Kraft goes off far wing, Rokamp. Rokamp goes down low for Elke. Elke into that four corner, back to Rokamp in the lane, left-hand dribble, back to the corner, Kraft. Kraft wanted the elbow, now spins to the left side, gives it back up top to Elke, watched there by Sikora. Dribble drive through the double team, stripped from behind, and a foul going to be called on Valley City. That'll be their 14th foul. And looks like this one is going to go against Zach Sikora. That'll be the first on Sikora, 14th foul. So at the free throw line will be Reese Rokamp, the 6'4 senior. Free throw up, good. 5 for Rokamp. 25-4. This is the largest lead of the game for Grand Forks Red River. Second free throw is good. 26-4. Riders by 22. Hager into the front court, left-hand dribble, left wing. Wanted to go back door, not there. Picks up the dribble, gives it off to Carson. Or Carson gives it off to Will. Will underneath Talon Larson off the glass for 2. Nice pass there. Talon Larson gets the easy 2 off the nifty assist from Will Eggert. 26-6 Valley City, 9:49 left to go. They trail here in the first half. Into the corner, left alone. Kraft for three, off the rim, high rebound, and controlled here near corner by Klepstead. Then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Rokamp. And the ball goes over to the Highliners. And 2 games left of the regular season for Valley City for the boys. Home against Horace on Friday. And then that's Shanley coming up as part of a doubleheader next Tuesday. Hager here near wing for the Highliners. Entry pass to Larson, down low, shot, block, foul called. Elke got some of the ball, but Mike got a little bit of the body as well. So he'll pick up the 3rd team foul on Red River. And Talon Larson is at the line. That is going to be the first on Elke, and the free throw, Larson, good. Something Talon says he knows he needs to improve on as his career goes on. He gets a lot of chances at the free throw line, being a big man down low. He just needs to be a little bit better at hitting those. Free throws up. Well, mission accomplished here. A couple of free throws made for Talon. He's got 4. 26-8. Advantage to Grand Forks Red River. Here on the elbow, Elke gets it up top of the key to Kraft. Kraft, right hand dribble, left hand. Left of the lane, try to pass behind Rokamp, out of bounds, turnover. And the ball will go back over to Valley City. A good crowd here on hand tonight. You usually get the good attendance when you have the girls and boys double dip. A lot of the girls fans will come and watch the boys. We should have a good crowd here tonight. Top of the key, Sikora. Dribble drive in the lane. Left hand scoop. No. Rebound grab by the Riders. Kraft back the other way. Off the outlet from Klepstead. Kraft spin move. Right of the lane. Shot up good. Zachary Kraft. He's got 9 here in the first half. 28-8 Riders. Dribble drive. Aiden Jacobson gets it off to Sikora. Right of the lane. Lost it underneath. Got it back. Shot up. No. Rebound. Larson goes back up strong. Blocked. Ball here to the near corner. Larson saves it in. Picked up by Burchell. Another one of those seniors. Burchell. Bounce pass for Larson. Went off his hands. And the turnover picked up by Red River. Riders back to the way. Okay, here. Dribble drive. Left of the lane. Scoop shot on the reverse. No. Burchell clears off the board. Highliners back the other way. Into the front court, all the way down. Kicking to the corner. Here's Sikora. Sikora in the lane. Lost it, got it back. Top of the key. Three-pointer. Jacobson, too hard off the back iron. Grabbed by Sikora. He goes back up. That shot was blocked by Rokamp. Picked up by Larson. Gets it off to Burchell. His three-pointer is good. Callahan Burchell knocking down the triple from the wing. Highliners on a 5-0 run. 28-11. 7:50 to go, first half. Boys basketball here tonight from the Hack. Girls to follow. Kraft to the line. Dumps it near side. Flom over to Rokamp. Three-pointer back iron too hard. Rebound grab by Klepstead. He kicks it way up top to Kraft. Back to Klepstead. In front of the Highliner bench. Here's Rokamp. Dribble drive. Scoop. Good. Reese Rokamp now with 8. 30-11. Riders with the lead. 7:22 first half. Far side, Carver Peterson for Valley City. Top of the key, Sikora. Gets it off the Burchell, just off that left elbow. Faces the basket, now back to the basket. Starts his dribble, working his way in. Goes up strong with the right hand, can't get it to fall. Kraft clears off the rebound, back the other way for the Riders. Kraft on the far wing. Little teardrop off the glass, rolls and goes for Zachary Kraft. He's in double figures with 11. Into the front court. Right hand hip high dribble. Jacobson gives it off to Burchell. Burchell here in the near wing. Starts in. Free throw line. In the lane. We've got a foul call. That'll be on Kraft. This time, no, they're going to call on someone else. Should look like it was going to be on Zachary Kraft, but they're going to say no. That was on Hudson Flom. That'll be his first. 4th team foul. Reese Krewald, Ari Brotrud back in the lineup for Valley City. Back in for Red River. Arison, Journey coming back in along with Parks. Here's Krewald, top of the key for Valley City. On the wing, hands it off to Jacobson. Jacobson up top, starts in left hand, just off the elbow left side, up top to Sikora. Sikora dribble drive, strong to the hole, and a foul going to be called here. That'll be on Rokamp. That'll be the 5th team foul. This time I'm sure it is. It is. Rob Marshall, Mark Gubrud, and Ron Nudell, our officials here tonight. Zachary Sikora at the free throw line, shooting 2. First one is up, good. 3 for Sikora. 32-12. Second free throw by the righty. Benson sends, rolls that one in. So Sikora, he's at 4. Highliners trailing by 19. There's a steal on half court, but Parks gets it back into that far corner. Top of the key, Rokamp. Rokamp right in the lane, back into the corner. Three-pointer by Aronson off the back iron. And amongst the trees is Krewald with a rebound. Reese will bring it across the timeline. Right hand hit by dribble. Up top, Sikora. Tried to bounce pass inside of Brotrud. Went off the ankle of one of the riders. Parks picks up the loose ball. Back the other way. Spin move in, spun into a double team. Lost it. Sikora picks it up. Up ahead for Eggert. Will saves it here into the near corner. Bounce pass, posting up. Jacobson in the lane. Turn off the left hand. Rolls off. Oh, it just sat on that rim like a tightrope walker and then rolled off. And Rokamp clears out the board. Here come the Riders. Rokamp all the way down, just off the left elbow. Onto the wing, flop. He'll go back up top of the key to Byron. Stop, pop, three-pointer, Rokamp, short. Brotrud with the rebound. Outlets it. Here come the Highliners back to the way. It's Jacobson in the front court. Far side to Krewald. Krewald off the elbow. Gives it right back to Jacobson. Aiden stops, pops from the free throw line, too hard. And another rebound controlled by Aronson for the Riders. As we approach 5 minutes left to go here in this first half. Valley City trailing 32-13. Rokamp dribble drive left hand layup good. Reese Rokamp. He's gotten to double figures now with 10. Here's Sikora all the way down, reverse layup. No. The rebound Aronson clears it off and controls back to the way. In the front court, Rokamp, left-hand layup, good. Reese Rokamp now with 12 as he joins Kraft in double figures. Here the near side, Jacobson. Now gets it off to Krewald. On the far side, jumper, Eggert, no. Rokamp, rebound. Got the Little Liners going to be performing here at halftime. On the far wing, Rokamp picks up the dribble. Far side, Parks. Three-pointer from the wing, good. Another but net. Pierce Parks now is 6 with a couple of threes. And the lead back to the biggest for Red River at 39-13. On the far side, Eggert. Up top of the key, Sikora, now to Krewald. Reese up top, left lane, left of the lane, and then off to Eggert. Eggert gives it back to Jacobson. Far corner, Sikora driving in, off the glass for 2. Zach Sikora off the Jacobson assist. He's got 6 now, 39-15. And driving the lane, Rokamp, we've got a whistle and a foul going to be called. And this one is against Valley City. Ari Brotrud will pick up the personal foul. Brotrud's first, 5th team foul. So back to the free throw line. Reese Rokamp will shoot 2. Right-hander, Benson sends number 1, good. And coming back in, Carson Eggert, Callahan Birchall, and Robert Fisher back in for Valley City. Another free throw here by Rokamp. He's got 13 unofficially. Free throws on the way, good. 14 for Rokamp, he'll come out. Olke comes back in for Red River. 41-15. Valley City trailing with the basketball. Carson Eggert will bring it up the floor. Comes across the timeline. Off to Brotrud. Far corner, Krewald. Front of the Rider bench. Back up top, Callahan Birchall. Birchall's already got a 3 tonight. Fisher off the elbow right side. Now backs up onto the wing. Gets it off to Birchall. Birchall back up top, Krewald. 10 on the shot clock. Back up far wing, Fisher. to Eggert. 8 on the shot clock. Carson dribble drive, baseline left, shot block. Ball down, shot clock still going. At the horn of the shot clock, Kriewald 3 hits the front of the rim, and Kraft controls the rebound for the Riders, and they bring it back. Zachary Kraft in the front court. Bounce pass, Pierce Parks. Baseline goes underneath. Now back onto the wing, Aronson. Aronson driving in, little baby hook, good. Logan Aronson with the bucket. 43-15. As Red River adds to their biggest lead. Eggert. Fisher, ball knocked away, goes into the backcourt. They say it was touched, so no over and back. Fisher hands it to Kriewald. He gives it off to Callahan. That was not touched. That's over and back. With 2:16 to go here in the first half, ball goes back over to Red River. Sikora and Larson back in for Valley City. 43-15, advantage to the Riders. Kraft into the front court, right-hand hip-high dribble. Here's side to Ilke. Back up top, Aronson to Kraft. Stops off the right elbow. Skip past Parks, left wing. Dribbling in, left of the lane, fade away from the baseline. No, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. Offensive foul called there on Pierce Parks. That's his second, sixth team foul. The final 2 minutes of the first half. Valley City with the basketball. In the front court, Eggert, left-hand dribble, left side. Up top, Sikora. Driving through. Left hand off the glass, rolls off. Can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed up by Ilke. Gets it up ahead to Kraft. Kraft into the front court. Here to the near wing for the Rough Riders. Spin move in the lane. Shovel pass. Got it underneath to Ilke. He goes up off the glass. Actually, I think that was Byron that got it. 4 now for Carter Byron. 45-15 as they continue to add to that big lead. Here to the near side, Eggert. Down low, Sikora posting up. Into the lane, far wing. Three-pointer for Birchall, short. Rebound tipped. Free balls picked up there by Red River. Up ahead to Kraft. Kraft here to the near wing. Starts in with the right hand. In the lane, kicks it back out. Byron for 3. Back iron too hard. Rebound, Eggert. Carson Eggert in the front court. Fisher lining up a 3. Good. A quick catch and release by the senior Robert Fisher. Knocks it down from the left corner. 45-18. Final minute, first half. Here's Kraft in the front court. Handed off to Byron. Aronson. Right-hand dribble in the lane. Gets it off. Kraft. Little teardrop from the baseline. No. Birchall with the rebound for Valley City. And Birchall will start up the floor. Comes across the logo. About a 8-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Up top, Larson. Goes far side, Sikora. Sikora wants baseline. Into the corner, Fisher. Lines up another 3. Good. You let him square up, he'll do that. Robert Fisher's second 3 of the night. He's got 6. 45-21. 6-0 run here by Valley City. 8 seconds to go in the half. Kraft gets a pick. Dribble drive. Far corner, Parks. Shovels it off with a second to go. Off the front of the rim. Byron tried to tip it with one hand as the horn sounds. And that is going to end the first half. Your score at halftime, Grand Forks Red River 45 and Valley City 21. We'll be back with our halftime here from the Hack. It's boys and girls basketball doubleheader on senior night. Right now, it's Red River 45 and Valley City 21 in the boys game. Back with more. This is Highliner Basketball on the Highliner Activity Network.
son of Darren and Julia Anderson. Bryson Heck, son of Jordan and Jill Heck. Dylan Hunt, son of Rob and Rachel Hunt. Tyler Coda, son of CJ Coda. Michael Perez, son of Crystal Perez. Jacob Stainbrook, son of John and Jennifer Stainbrook. Bentley Thornton, son of Justin Thornton and Lindsay Tomarch. Jamel Wiley, son of Ty and Heidi Terry. Tegan Simon, son of Chad and Tracy Simon.
I'm way off on scoring.
Now for the juniors of the Boys Highlanders, we first have Aiden Bernston, son of Scott and Rebecca Bernston. Carson Eggert, son of Tim and Trisha Eggert. Talon Larson, son of Daniel and Sherry Larson. Carter Peterson, son of Dean and Amy Peterson. And Zach Sikora, son of Joe and Jennifer Sikora.
Well, McDonald back with you here and watching the little liners. Boy, it was getting physical there for a while. I thought we were at the EDC tournament when they were just letting everything go. The referees were letting things fly. We are at the half. Our doubleheader, boys and girls hoops tonight. The boys taking on Grand Forks Red River. 45-21 is your score at the half. As the two teams back on the court, warming up here to start the second half. First half scoring, unofficially Zach Sikora with 6 in that first half. Robert Fisher with a couple of late threes had 6. Alan Larson with 4. Callahan Birchall had 3. And for the Rough Riders, 14 from Reese Rokamp, 11 from Zachary Kraft, 6 from Pierce Parks, 4 from Carter Byron, and Logan Anderson has a couple of points. I did miss a few points there for Red River when I was interviewing our 2 young ladies from the Highliner girls basketball team, a couple of the seniors that are wrapping up their careers tonight, Brooke Egermont and Sam Hatcher. And talking about their final game, hopefully not their final game. As I mentioned, the girls, they still have that outside opportunity if they can win 2 of these last 3 games. Tonight against Grand Forks Red River, at West Fargo Horace, and then at Fargo Shanley, the last 2 games of the season. If they can get 2 out of those 3, they can move into that number 8 spot and host that play-in game on the 25th of February, that Saturday night. The boys still have a chance to move up in the standings with a couple of wins in these last 3 games, but they will not move into that top 8, but they can move up 1 or 2 notches. So we are just about set for the start of the second half. Ari Brotrud, Robert Fisher, Callahan Birchall, Reese Krewald, Will Eggert will start the second half here for Valley City. So 5 of the 6 seniors. Aiden Jacobson, who started the game, won't start the second half, but definitely will be getting some PT here in this second half. And for the Riders, they'll send out their starters: Pierce Parks, Zachary Kraft, Carter Byron, Reese Rokamp, Logan Arneson. Riders will have the ball to start things here in the second half. Their biggest lead was at 30, 45-15. But then a 6-0 run by the Highliners. There's a alley-oop. Nice alley-oop by Rokamp, and the lay-in by Byron. He's got 6. And that back to that 26-point lead. 47-21. Off the elbow, Birchall. Backdoor pass. Krewald, teardrop, good. Count it. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. So Reese Krewald with a chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play. First team foul on the Riders here in the second half. Rokamp picks up his second. Free throw, good. So Reese, who normally hits the 3-pointers from the wing, got a 3-point play there the old-fashioned way. Quickly breaking the pressure. The Riders up top to Parks. Near corner, Kraft for 3, good. Zachary Kraft hits the 3 from the corner. Kraft now with 14. Here's Fisher. Pass near side, Birchall. Baseline, his right-hand teardrop doesn't fall. And rebound, Rokamp gets up ahead to Kraft, far side. Back to the basket to Rokamp. Shimmy and shakes, driving in. Bounce pass for Byron off his shin. Still grabs it, falls down up top. Parks, far side, Rokamp. Driving into the lane, left of the lane, back up top to Parks. Driving through, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Ari. Could have been a jump ball, but they're going to call a blocking foul on Brotrud. Ari will pick up his second first-team foul. And we'll send Pierce Parks to the line. He'll shoot 2. Free throw's good. 7 for Kraft. Another free throw coming to the 6'2 sophomore. Or Parks, pardon me. Rims out, doesn't get it to go. Brotrud clears out the board. Now Krewald will bring the ball up the floor. Reese comes across the timeline, up top, Broadroot, here to the near side, Fisher. Robert dribble drive, left of the lane, goes up strong, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Byron. So Carter Byron, the 6'7" senior, gets run over by Fisher. Robert will go to the line and shoot 2. As the first foul on Byron, second team foul on the Riders. Free throw up, good. Fisher has 7. And the right-hander, second free throw's on the way, short. Rebound, pulled down by Aronson. On the far side, Rokamp into the front court. Far corner, Kraft just off the elbow, now on left of the lane, shovel pass, kind of a no-look shovel pass. That went off the hands of a Rider, but actually went off Valley City first. Inbounds on the baseline for Red River, 16:20 to go. Here in the second half, 51-25. Red River with the advantage. Inbounds, Kraft to Byron. Backing in against Broadroot. Turn on shot, no. Ball on the floor, and we got a foul called on Valley City after Byron grabbed the loose ball. I think call that on Byron. I take that back. And say that he held to go after the loose ball. So he'll pick up his second, third team foul. And it'll be Highlander basketball with 16:14 to go here in the second half. 51-25. 6-4 Riders here in the second half. Greenwald in the front court, far wing. Off to Burchell. Burchell, pass, Fisher, three-pointer, off the rim, off the backboard. Aronson clears off the board, off to Rokamp into the front court. Rokamp left of the lane, top of the key. Driving in, kicks in their corner, Parks. Parks starts in, picks up the dribble to the free throw line. Aronson back off to Rokamp. Teardrop just inside the arc, or inside the free throw line, good. Bounced and bounced and bounced it in. 16 for Rokamp. 53-25, 15 and a half to go. Fresh 5 coming in for Valley City. There's a dribble drive by Krewall, and the foul going to be called. And that foul is going to be called against Rokamp. That is his third, fourth team foul. So at the line, Reese Krewall will shoot 2. First one, good. We'll have 4 Highlanders come in. One's coming in for the shooter. Carver, Peterson, Town, Larson, Zach Sikora, Aiden Jacobson in. Carson Eggert will come in for Krewald if he makes his free throw. It is up, it is good. Reese with 5. 53-27. 15 and a half to go. We're in the second half. The first game of our doubleheader. Highlander boys in Red River, girls to follow. At half court, Parks. Ball knocked away off the ankle, and that's over and back. Oh, yeah. Good call by the referee. Mark Hubbard right there on the line. And the over and back will give the ball back to the Highlanders. Rider fans said it might have been deflected. Either way, it's Valley City basketball. Regardless of what happened. Near side, Sikora to the free throw line. Picked up the dribble. Far wing, Eggert. Carson dribbles in. Into the lane. Bounce pass. Larson, layup, good. Nice assist there by Carson Eggert. Talon Larson with 6. 53-29. On the far side, Parks. Double team. Up top, Rokamp. Three-pointer from there. Airball. Well, that hit the front of the rim. Peterson rebound for Valley City. Carver into the front court. Carver all the way down. Dumps off Larson. Layup, good. Nice assist by Carver Peterson. Timeout, Red River. 10:40 to go here in the second half. 53-31. Highlanders on a 7-0 run. We're back with more Highlander basketball from the Heck on the Highlander Activity Network. Back here at the second half, 53-31. Highlanders on a little run here. Talon Larson with 2 easy buckets off nice assists. Carson Eggert first, and then Carver Peterson driving down. Was going to go up like he was going to go up and lay it in, and dumped it underneath to a wide open Larson for the easy 2. That was a foul here on Valley City. That'll be on Carson Eggert. That'll be his first. 53-31, 14-34 remaining. Second half here from the Hack. Inbounds to the backcourt. Kraft has it. Crossover dribble coming in on that timeout. Hudson Flom. Here to the near side. Roadcamp. Down low. Kraft goes up strong. Good. Now working against Jacobson. Zachary Kraft with 16. 55-31. That stopped the 6-0 run by Valley City. Here's Carson in the lane. Eggert, near side, Jacobson. Spin move, left of the lane, fade away up with the left hand for 2. Aiden Jacobson, the senior, with his first field goal. 55-33. Kraft, pass near side, Rokamp driving in. Larson cut him off. Up top, Kraft, far side. Flom back up top to Kraft. Over to Flom, past the three-point line, to the free throw line, picks up the dribble. He'll dump it off. Klefstedt back to Rokamp. 8 on the shot clock. Back to Klefstedt, driving in, layup, no. Partially blocked by Eggert. Rebound Larson, up ahead. Here comes Jacobson, all the way down, hands it off in the corner. Carver Peterson for 3, off the back iron. And rebound is to Rokamp. Starts up the floor. He'll take it all the way himself, and off the glass too hard. Eggert controls for Valley City. Jacobson back down. Bounce pass near corner. Sikora thought about the 3. Steps inside. 17-footer. Good. Zach Sikora. Highliners, 55-35. Get it down to 20. Sikora now with 8. Bounce pass near corner. Blom thought about it. Doesn't shoot. Back up top to Kraft. Kraft left-hand dribble just off the left elbow. Bounce pass far corner. Rokamp grabs it, dribble drive baseline, goes up strong against Larson, and Talon made him miss the shot or change it. Carver Peterson couldn't control the rebound. I'm going to say actually it was knocked out of his hands, and it will stay with Valley City. Well, the Highlanders getting some stops here and getting some buckets. A little 8-2 run here to get this lead down to 20. Peters, Eggert into the front court for Valley City. Carson near wing. Picked up the dribble, skip pass. Peterson left open, doesn't shoot the 3. Step back 3 is going to be an air ball. Kraft grabs it and starts up the floor for the Riders. Top of the key, dribbling in, big scoop, blocked by Carver Peterson. It's not on senior night, and throws it into the out of bounds on the block. Inbound will be on the baseline. 12:23 remaining. Red River will trigger the inbounds. Into the far corner, Rokamp. Left of the lane, working against Jacobson. Picked up the dribble. Goes up top to Kraft. Long three-pointer, front rim off the mark. Larson controls for Valley City. To Jacobson, now to Eggert. Here's Eggert into the front court for the Highliners. Trying to get it back under 20. Carson. Left of the lane, picks up that dribble. Sikora knocked away, out of bounds. It will stay with the Highliners. That's going to be Pierce Parks back in for Red River. 12:03 to go here in the second half. Valley City trailing 55-35. First of 2, doubleheader night tonight from the Hack. Girls to follow. Inbound, Eggert near side. Jacobson driving in, goes up left hand. Good by Aiden Jacobson. He's got 4. 55-37. Here's Kraft, trapped at half court. Near side, Flom falling out of bounds, just airmails it all the way out of bounds. And the turnover gives it back to the Highlanders. Well, Flom was falling out of bounds, and he just airmailed it all the way into the far side. And that will bring Rokamp back in. Here comes Sikora for Valley City. 55-37. Top of the key. Zach, right of the lane, double pumps. Corner, Eggert. Eggert onto the baseline. Into the lane. Talon, turnaround shot up, good, foul counted, he'll go to the line. Talon Larson with a little jump shot inside, and now a chance at the three-point play. That's Pierce Park's 3rd personal foul and the 15th foul So Talon with 10 points. Free throw, make it 11 as he rolls it in. 55-40. Highliners on a 10-2 run. There's a little scoop shot and good by Rokamp. 57-40. Pass up Eggert, top of the key. Picks up the dribble, wraparound pass, Larson. he didn't have it, he kind of punched it into the air, and then he's going to get a little frustration foul. And Talon Larson will pick up his first personal. That is the third team foul. 11:06 to go here in this second half. 57-40. Valley City trailing by 17. Pierce Parks, there's a near steal by Jacobson. Rokamp over underneath, layup easy too by Aronson. He's got 4. 59-40. Here's Eggert in the front court, top of the key, crossover dribble, left hand, goes in, scoop shot, good by Carson Eggert. His first field goal. Now they break the press to Parks. And Parks waits for help. Aronson gets it up top of the key to Kraft. Kraft, dribble drive against Jacobson. Shot up, no. Rebound, grab by Carver Peterson. They got a 4-on-2. Peterson, bounce pass, Sikora, layup, no, and a charge going to be called on Zach Sikora. They had the numbers, and Sikora will pick up his second personal. 4th team foul. And the ball goes back over to Grand Forks Red River. Here's Parks on the far side. Aronson, skip pass, near wing. Rokamp for 3, good. Another 3-pointer for the senior. He's got 19. Steals the inbound by Flon. To Kraft, over to Aronson, layup good. Logan Aronson now with 6. And just like that, back to a 22-point lead, 64-42. 9:52 remaining here in the second half. Eggert, crossover dribble. From 18, jumper, rattles around, no. Rebound, Larson, up, good, yeah. Count it, he'll go to the line. 13 for the sophomore. Check that, junior. I got excited. I thought we had him for 3 more years. He's got a free throw coming. 3 for 3 at the line so far for Larson tonight. That foul called against Mark Gubrud is over at the scorer's table, confirming it is called against Flom, his second. And that is team foul number 6. At the line, Larson, good. 4 for 4, the charity stripe for Talon Larson. He's been working on the free throws. 64-45, near steal by Eggert. Well, he talked with Aiden Jacobson and Zach Sikora last week about the energy level of this team, and they said it's not hard to keep your energy level up when your 2 coaches are full of energy and bouncing around. And there's a layup up and good. Camp with the bucket. 9:28 remaining, 66-45. Jacobson off the elbow, picks up the dribble. Pass knocked away, picked up by Byron. And then off of Parks. Parks driving in, finger roll, good. Here's Parks with 9. Now Sikora, far side. 68-45. Sikora underneath. Reverse layup, good. Zach Sikora with the reverse. And breaking the press, they try a football pass down court. Kraft, the wide receiver, couldn't get to it. It was incomplete. And it went out of bounds. And Carter Byron is slow to get up. Well, the only person that can help him up is Ron Nudell, the officials. He pulls him off the floor. It looks like he might have got an elbow in the kisser. So he will come out. And he will go to head trainer Mike Callahan, and we'll take a look-see at him. (68-47). The lead at 21 for Red River. Not sure what we're waiting for right now. Oh, we got to get blood off the floor. That's what it is. And so we've got the blood timeout. 8 minutes, 58 seconds to go. We're in the first half, or second half, 68-47. It gives us an opportunity to let you know coming up again this weekend. Friday night, we will have the boys here at home against West Fargo Horace. Girls are on the road against Horace Friday night. EDC Gymnastics, that will be Friday night at the Youth Sports Complex here in Valley City. And, of course, state wrestling. Boys and girls state wrestling going on in Fargo Thursday and Friday. Highliners will be having 12 wrestlers on the boys' side. And if I counted today, 6 from the girls' side that will be wrestling. The boys, of course, have 3 top seeds in the state. And Coy Griebel, Colton Griebel, Broden Muskie. Tucker Johnson's a number 2 seed. Tyson Hovland's a number 6 seed. Those are the 5 seeded wrestlers, the other 7 unseeded. And the Highliner girls also have a couple of seeded wrestlers going in. Miley Christensen, a number 2 seed. Deegan Kirschman, I believe I saw that she was a 4th or 6th seed. Gabby Hannig, a number 2 seed. As they have 5 wrestlers for the girl, 5 or 6 going at the girls' state tournament. That'll be coming up this weekend as well in Fargo. There's Gabby and Miley, EDC champs, East Region champs last weekend. The Griebel brothers, Tucker Johnson, Broden Muskie, EDC champs on the boys' side. That's state wrestling coming up this weekend in Fargo. Here we go. Blood cleaned up. Eggert into the front court for Valley City, trailing 68-47. Step back near side, Sikora. Sikora tried to go inside, ball knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Aronson, gets it off to Kraft. Kraft now into the front court, 8:42 remaining here in the second half. Aronson off the left elbow, backdoor pass Kraft, little shovel pass underneath, layup good to Elke. Nice pass there by Kraft. Zach Elke picking up the bucket, 70-47. Eggert driving in. We've got a whistle and a foul called on Red River. That'll be the 7th team foul. That'll be Kraft picking up his 2nd. That will send Carson Eggert to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Carson with 2 points so far in the game. Free throw up. Make it 3. No, don't say it. I'll jinx him. Second free throw. Well, I just thought about it and I jinxed him. I'm going to say they've been hitting their free throws this evening. 10 of 12. Ooh. And they're going to call an offensive foul there as Callahan Burchell's want to get the license plate of that truck as Reese Roadcamp. They say use the arm bar to knock him flat. That's number 4 on Roadcamp. And the 18th foul. Offensive foul, so no free throws. A player control foul. That's going to bring Jack Dieterle into the lineup. Larson will sit down. Talon's had a solid game this evening, 12 points. Bison Heck also in. He's inbounding it, brings it into Eggert. Left of the lane. Now Carson dribbles out of it. Nearly had it stolen. Inside pass, Sikora. Sikora spins, goes up left hand, bounces it in. Zach Sikora inside for 2. 12 for Sikora. 70-50. As we approach the 8-minute mark here in the second half. Roadcamp, Aronson in the lane. Near side, Parks. 3-pointer from there. No. Off the rim. Rebound, Burchell. Went off of Eggert's hands into the hands of Burchell. Carson now starts up the floor for Valley City. Here along the near wing. Entry pass for Dieterle. Knocked away from behind. Parks has it. Up ahead to Kraft. Kraft coming in. Oki with him. Doesn't use him. Off the glass for 2 by Zachary Kraft. 18 now for Kraft. 72-50. Eggert stops, pops, 3, short. Rebound into the hands of Dieterle. Goes right back up, blocked. And hopefully clears off the rebound. Off to Parks. Here come the Riders. Parks nudged by Heck. Gets it off to Roadcamp. Free at the line. Pass to Nathan Elke. Goes underneath the basket, lays it in. Zach with 4. 74-50. Back little 4-point run here for Red River. On the baseline, Sikora. Up top, Eggert left alone for 3. Count it. Carson Eggert with 6 as he knocks down the triple. 74-53. Near side, Parks. Baseline, top of the key, Aronson. And right of the lane, back underneath Parks, reverse layup, good. Here's Parks with 11. Third rider to get in double figures. 76-53. This pace, both teams are going to score more than they did when these two teams met back earlier this year. Heck, faked the backdoor pass, keeps it on the wing. Gets it off to Eggert. Eggert here near side, right hand hip high dribble. Top of the key, stop, pop, three-pointer, short. Rebound, Kraft. Kraft will start up the floor. He'll slow things down here for for Red River. Roadcamp on the near wing, on the baseline. Back to Aronson. In the lane, Parks, baby hook, good. 12-13 actually for Parks. Timeout, Valley City. 6:01 left to go here in half number 2. 78-53 advantage to the Riders. We're back with more Highliner basketball from the HAC on the Highliner Activity Network. We come out of the timeout, Valley City with the basketball. And there's a three-pointer back to the way quickly. Kraft after the three. They break the press, and Kraft gets the layup. Oh, now he's doing some jawing with the student section. And the student section must have said something, and Kraft giving it right back. Three-pointer, Carver-Peterson, air ball. Out of bounds, and it will be Red River basketball. Rebound, Krewald back to the way. Krewald into the front court, stops in the far wing. What's that? There's a three-pointer by Aiden Jacobson. He's got 7. It's 80-58. Inside Arnson with another bucket. He's got 8. 82-58. 4:45 to go. Here's Jacobson. Dribble drive. Spin move in the lane. And he traveled. Spin move, but traveled. 4:41 left to go in this one. Valley City trailing Red River 82-58. Girls game to follow, scheduled for 5:45. That's going to be a little after 6, though, my guess. Or around 6 o'clock for the start time. They are going to do senior night here between games. And so for those of you watching live on YouTube, after this game is concluded, we will cut the stream. There's a three-pointer by Roadcamp. We will cut the stream, and then we'll bring it back for the ceremonies on senior night. They're going to have that here between games. The 6 varsity boys and the 4 varsity girls. Shot off the rebound, Roadcamp. Elke blocked from behind by Carver-Peterson. Peterson back to the way, has Krewald with him. Stops in the lane, 12-footer short. Rebound, Roadcamp grabs it for Red River. Inside 4 minutes to go. Here's top of the key. 3. Roadcamp rolls out. Rebound Fisher. Down court. Peterson a little too far for Carver and out of bounds. And the ball goes back over to Red River. That'll bring Cam Klefstedt back in. That will also bring Tate Parson into the lineup. Hudson Flom into the lineup. J.B. Walters comes in. If my memory serves, J.B.'s dad, Dan, played for Valley City State on one of their better teams back in the early 2000s, if memory serves, and was a football coach up at Red River for a few years. Pass here near side, Parson. Looking inside. Now back on the wing, top of the key to Kraft. Kraft starts in, pick and roll, lobs a little too high for Walters, out of bounds. And the ball goes over to Valley City, 85-58. 3:25 to go in this one. Sikora comes in for Valley City. Eggert now will bring the ball up the floor for the Highliners. On the far side, Sikora. Left-hand dribble in the lane. Shot up, no. Rebound, Walters for the Riders. Off to Kraft, into the front court. All the way down. Tried a Euro step. Cut off by Eggert. Into the corner, Parson for three. And that's going to be up and out. The ball goes back to the Highliners. So both teams have outscored what they did the first time around. It was 83-54 up in Grand Forks. 85-58 right now with still more time for more points. Baseline, Eggert, three-pointer, Fisher, back iron, too hard. Carson Eggert grabs the rebound, tried to bang it off the leg of one of the Riders, couldn't do it. Walters controls. Kraft into the front court, far side, Flom. Flom back to Kraft. Kraft, three-pointer from the wing, off the mark. Rebound, Sikora. And Sikora starts up the floor for Valley City across the logo, far side, Eggert. Stop, pop, three-pointer, good. Carson Eggert knocking down the three ball. 9 for Eggert. 85-61. 2:25 remaining, second half. Flom, skip pass, Parson, far corner, Klepstead. He goes back up top of the key, Walters. Oh, on the far side, and Flom down. He's got the right-hand dribble. Backs up on the wing to Kraft. Kraft dribble drive, cut off on the baseline by Eggert. Spin move in the lane, Parson. Parson should be called for 3 seconds or travel. Pick your poison. He had them both. That'll bring Hayden Hong into the lineup here for the Riders. And Kraft done for the night. As we approach 2 minutes left in this one, 85-60. So they said that last bucket by Eggert was just a two-pointer. There's a three, good by Carson. So that was Will, and then comes up with the three ball. 85-63. On the near wing, Hong, top of the key, Klepstead. Carson, he'll bring it out. Minute 35 remaining. 85-63. Step back, nope, far side. It's Parson, left side, driving in. Pass, knocked away. 4 seconds, three, and he traveled or double dribbled, one or the other, and he was at 3 seconds on the shot clock. Callahan Birchall and Aiden Jacobson in. So you got all seniors on the floor right now for the Highliners with Birchall, Jacobson, Krewald, Eggert, and Fisher. I'm going to guess that's the way it's going to finish. Three-pointer by Krewald, rolls off the front of the rim, and then Birchall slaps it out of bounds. It'll be Rider ball. Ari Brotrud actually is in the locker room right now. Oh, there he is. There's Ari. He might get back on the floor to finish off and get all seniors on the floor here for this one. Final minute of this one. Top of the key, Hong. Fade away from 18, rattles out. Rebound, Birchall. Off to Jacobson. Aiden into the front court. Down court pass. Ooh, a little high, a little wide for Fisher and out of bounds. And the ball goes back over to the Rough Riders. Well, as I mentioned, we're going to have a good crowd here tonight. We've got fans all the way up here to my viewing area. So Grand Forks traveled well despite the bad weather that is coming, thus the early start time. There's a drive. Shot doesn't fall there by Flom. Down court, here's Krewald. Layup, good. Reese Krewald. He'll get in. He's got 7. Final half minute, 85-65. Walters, Flom, far side, top of the key. Left of the lane, pass in the lane. Klepstead, far corner, Flom. Flom to Walters from 18. No. Rebound, Krewald. Down court, Eggert. Will, baseline, hits the bottom of the backboard, then off of Walters and out of bounds. 16.2 seconds to go. Highliners, yeah, it's going to be a 20-point loss, but I'll tell you what, again, this team played hard for 36 minutes. Inbounds, a little too high for Reese and out of bounds, caught by Larson on the bench. So the ball goes back over to Red River. Again, Varsity girls to follow. And that'll be about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one, which will be over in 10 seconds. 85-65 is going to be your final score. Again, at the conclusion of this game, we are going to cut our video stream on YouTube, and then we'll be back and get the senior introductions and the ceremony for our 10 seniors, boys and girls, and that's coming up. Final score in the boys' game, 85-65, winning here, the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. They improved to 14-6 in the EDC, 12-6 overall, and the Highliners fall to 0-20 in the EDC, 1-18 overall. Again, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with our video stream here live on YouTube as we have our senior presentations coming up. This is Highliner Basketball on the Highliner Activity Network.